I have just realized that I've now accessed my website and seen that there are 130,000 hits displayed, but this displays don't mean a lot, but still it's a much higher number than the last time I visited it. So there have been more hits within the past months than in 1 year, than in 2 years. So that the increase of hits is substantial. Yeah. I also saw that you can download YouTube videos now, at least on the Android smartphone. So yeah, this is an interesting feature. Yeah. They can keep the video in a more easy way than just having it to download with an external downloader. And yeah, what the real reason why I wanted to make this video was that I realized that I don't rub my hands together. I don't rub my hands together when I'm pacing about. I'm not sure if my memory, yeah, you know. Yeah, pace about. Wow, I knew it. Wenn I'm pacing about, wenn ich am herumtigern bin in German, I either move the hands like that or like that, and this is not rubbing. It's some kind of some kind of other movement than rubbing, because rubbing would create too much friction. It's not a pleasant feeling, but yeah, I move the hands like that, whatever that might mean. It's some kind of nervousness and enjoying my influence and power. Yeah, it's totally mad. It's not good. And by the way, the reason why my right Handgelenk, hand joint or hand wrist, I look it up. Handgelenk. It's either hand. I think it's yeah, I look it up. No speculation. Handgelenk. Wrist. Yeah, my wrist. It's just wrist. My wrist, it has this strange clicking sound. It's because yeah, but I'm no longer angry at all anymore, because I know it was really, really necessary, unfortunately. When I was arrested, the first time, and it was the one and only real arrest, because I had done something wrong for which I was punished with an arrest. Then the policeman closed the handcuffs by far too tightly, and I had to remain in these handcuffs for quarter of an hour around, or even half an hour, and yeah, it's until now. Now I have only 50% of battery. It was a message by the smartphone. And until now I have this clicking sound, and yeah. But I did an MRI of my wrist, and there was nothing was seen. So the wrist is still intact, but it changed a little bit by these handcuffs that were too tight, and yeah. So maybe one day, if I still live, then not died earlier because of a heart attack or a stroke. If I still live, then maybe I will develop arthrosis or something like that. Arthrosis in English is probably just arthrosis or something. Arthrose. Yeah, as roses. Uh, and why have I been arrested? This is maybe also interesting. It's sad. It's it's important to know because I beat my parents, both, just members of my family, older, my parents, I can say it, my mother and the other person next to my mother, let's say it like that, of, around the same age like her, so I beat them, I attacked them quite strongly, especially the other guy, my mother not so strongly, but the other guy, I was really angry and, I attacked them, not good. One shouldn't, resolve conflicts in such a way, especially when the mistakes of the other person, people were not, maybe not, so big, yeah. I mean, in case, if you have a court, a legal, how do you say, a process, a lot, if you have to convict somebody who has done something wrong, you have to impose sanctions and, I mean, something, really wrong, hurt somebody, then you have to impose sanctions, and if you have in a democracy, you might even vote on, what the population wants. Yeah, in case of a really serious crime. But this, of course, this was just a little, maybe some mistakes in letting me growing up, and I should have just said, okay, you did mistakes, but now I'm trying to do my best and not attacking my parents, and instead of attacking them. Yeah, I regret it. I regret it. And I can be very, very grateful that nothing more serious happened, because I was then, when this arrest was made by the police, this was on the 12th of April 2004, on Easter Monday, in the evening, the two policemen came, and one of them, it's not important, it was just handcuffs a little bit too tight. Yeah, and I deserved it, because what I did was also physical violence with my hands. So it was the best punishment in this case, to also have my hands a little bit injured. But what did I want to say? I forgot it. Oh, yeah. Not so important, it was just an aspect. Yeah. What was it? Easter Monday. Holidays when the conflicts escalate usually. This is typical. I had firearms in 2004. This was the time between the end of 2002 and summer of 2005. I had a collection of firearms. I had already the pistol I had since, I think, spring of 2000, so earlier, but this was just one pistol, and this was also the firearm that I kept beyond 2005 until 2010, when I gave it to the police under very adventurous circumstances. But the collection of firearms, where I had several firearms and also firearms with large ammunition clips, this was between end of 2002 and summer of 2005. So it was this was also the time, this was when I was arrested for battery. I had these firearms, so, but there was no search in my room, and I had them, I think, yeah, I had them in my room. There was no search then, and there was never any search, and I gave them away partially to the same people where I had obtained them, or to a gun shop. So I didn't give them to people who I didn't know, or something like that. And for the battery, there was no court proceeding. I was just arrested and then released. Had to sign a paper, but nothing more. I signed the protocol of what happened, but there was no... The case didn't go to court or to a prosecutor, because my parents decided against it. They wanted to spare me. The police would probably have been willing to let the case go forward. Yeah. And I just have to say, because I mentioned the firearms, I have no firearms at all anymore since 2010, and I will never have any anymore. Yeah. Of course, I'm not interested in them anymore. I abhor any kind of weapons. This is horrible, to hurt people and creatures. So, yeah, but this is the reason why my ankle is sounding strangely. But actually, I just wanted to say that I'm doing this movement when I'm pacing around. Yeah. So a little bit of a dictator is still inside me, unfortunately. But still, I believe in mathematics. This is really strange. It's a special combination. And I believe in God, and that it hopefully will not punish me too severely, or the devil, or don't know who. My goal is to to reduce my punishment in the afterlife. This is my main goal, and to do good in this world. Try to do good. I always try to do what I deemed is right, what I thought is right, but unfortunately it was not right. For example, this I also have to tell. When I was a relatively young boy, with a magnifying glass, I killed. This is probably the worst kind of sin, of wrong action that I ever did. I killed a lot of very small, nice, beautiful animals, so red animals. I think there were spiders or mites, a milben or so. They were on stones walking, and when the sun shined, I used a magnifying glass to burn them. This is for this action I feel most remorse in my life, because it was deliberate. I was a small boy, and it was probably out of subconscious frustration with my situation that I did it. And now I know all these souls whose lives I extinguished, then they are there, and they know what I have done, and I will face my punishment one day. Although I was a child, this is absolutely unexcusable. So now it's 4 a.m. in the morning and 20 seconds, 0420, early Wednesday morning, 14th of November 2018. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video. Sorry for the horrible things.